Hi, so today we are going to make a blueberry cake. This cake will have 3 different layers. It will have a chocolate sponge cake, a mascarpone cream cheese whipping cream, and a blueberry jam, call it, I guess. So it is quite delicious and it looks so cute, so let's bake it with me. So first thing first, we are going to prepare the sponge cake first. In 2 different bowls, I'm gonna separate my egg yolk and egg white. In a bowl, I'm gonna add in all of my wet ingredients, including the egg yolk, milk, and oil, and just gonna beat it until everything is combined. Next, I'm gonna sip in some cocoa powder and some cake flour. And the mixing step is very crucial because at this step you don't want to overmix the batter. You only need to mix it until there is no white lump or there is no flour left, and then you just stop. Please don't overmix the batter, otherwise the gluten could developing and you will end up with a very tough and very not spongy cakes. For the egg white, I'm gonna beat it until you reach soft peak like this. Like you can lean the bowl and it will not move, but it's like the peak will soften. Add a third of it to the first batter and just gonna combine until everything is mixed. For the remaining egg white, I'm just gonna fold it gently with the chocolate butter. At this step, you want to fold the egg white in order to preserve the air bubble that we just beat it. And while folding the butter, I find very helpful if you just roll it while doing it. This will help the butter to dissolve the egg white more quickly and you don't overmix everything. After that, I'm just gonna pour everything into my pan and then just gonna lean until the butter has reached all of the edge. And then we just do a gentle tap to remove all of the big bubble. Bake the cake at 165 Celsius or until the cake has turned a little bit golden brown. You can touch the surface and it won't like stick to your hand, then the cake is okay to remove from the oven. Finally, remove the parchment paper and let the cake rest in the rack for at least 30 minutes or until it's really cool. For the next part, we are going to make a blueberry jam. I mix it with blueberry jam with a frozen blueberry. With that, I can make a very delicious sauce. Like it won't like over sweet, and we still have the pectin in the jam, so it will set when you leave it in the fridge, and it will create like a perfect layer in the next cake. And on top of that, you will get some of the frozen blueberry meat in the sauce, so it will taste a little bit delicious and chunky as well. And for the final part, I'm gonna beat some whipping cream. For today's recipe, I'm adding some mascarpone to make the cream more stabilized, and also it adds a little bit sourness to the cream, so it will pair perfectly with the blueberry jam. After the cake has been completely cooled down, I'm just gonna use a round 12cm mold ring to cut off my 2 pieces. For the bottom layer, I'm just gonna use the cake mold ring and just gonna cut down through. Because this cake layer is in the bottom, so even if it's not completely perfect like the 2 others, it won't show up too much on the cake. To increase the moistureness of the cake, I'm just gonna soak everything with some milk. And then I'm gonna add in half of my blueberry jam. Try to spread it as evenly as possible because it will show in the ends. Next, we are going to add in the cream. In order to pour the cream more easily into the mold, I'm just gonna put everything into a piping bag and then just gonna pile a round circle around the cake, using a spoon to smooth everything out. And for the crunchy element, I'm actually using my filled macaron. Of course, this step is totally optional and you don't actually have to add in, but I just find that the purple actually suits the cake so much. And also the almond powder and the almond flavor from the macaron shell actually give the cake a very special flavor. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not overly sweet and it actually adds a little bit richness and some bit nuttiness to the cake, and it could taste so much more better. Please try it if you have some failed macaron like me, or you can just add some crunchy part like the fresh blueberry. It could taste good as well. For the final layer, because this is actually on the top of the cake, so you try to smooth it as much as possible. And here is the cake after it's resting. I actually put it in the freezer in order to remove the plastic around it more clearly, and it will leave the cake with a very beautiful and sharp pattern like this. I'm gonna add some fresh blueberry on top to decorate the cake, and also adding a little bit more flavor. And look at this cake, how beautiful is that, right? At this moment, I'm just really obsessed with the purple themed cake with the naked style, and the color contrast actually very beautiful. And of course, because this is a birthday cake, so we cannot leave out the candle. Look at how beautiful my candle is. About the flavor of the cake, it is a very delicious sponge, blueberry and chocolate cake. The bitterness from the cocoa powder actually helped to reduce the amount of sweet feeling from the jam, and everything just pairs so well together. So if you are watching until this moment, thank you, and please consider to like, subscribe to my channel, and see you next time. Bye!